So let's talk for a minute about discovery management within IT asset management. Within Ivanti IT Asset Management, you're going to be able to see all your discovered hardware assets, regardless of the discovery solution that you use, whether that is a discovery agent, maybe Ivanti's endpoint manager solution, SCCM, some other solution that you have that provides discovery. You're going to be able to bring all of those sources together within the Ivanti asset management solution and have a single pane of glass for all of those the assets discovered from those different solutions. Now, within the asset manager solution, you're going to be able to see the asset itself, product catalog information that's relevant for that particular item, but you're also going to be able to see who it's assigned to and where is its location. We provide easy buttons here to make those changes. If you need to update that information, we actually provide some links at the top as well. So we really make it easy for you to make those type of changes if you need to make them. Now, below here, we can see all the attributes that are needed really to understand how this particular asset is being used. We can see its status within a whole host of available statuses, helping us manage the life cycle of that asset all the way from to disposed or destroyed. You're going to be able to understand the environment in which that asset operates or performs, and then what are its policies and risks associated with that particular item. These are all key to helping your service desk support these items when they're trying to troubleshoot any type of issue. You're going to be able to see those purchase dates and understand the useful life for any particular asset. This is key to notifying you when it may be time to go through a refresh for any particular asset, and we provide standard reports around that, as well as around warranty information, so that you know when a warranty is expiring and maybe it's time to refresh an item or possibly renew its warranty. If you're doing scanning, we provide data fields to capture that scan data from any of your assets. We can integrate with your scanning solutions through our open API and bring that information together and allow you to take advantage of those mobile handheld type devices. Now, we began this session talking about discovery, and this is the tab or the relationship where Ivanti Asset Manager shows you any discrepancies between what you might have assigned to this item versus what's been discovered on this item. We've got standard reporting around that to help explain that discrepancy and notify you of that issue. Now, if I scroll down the screen here, I can see all of the hardware attributes for this particular asset. You're going to be able to capture any data that your discovery solution can capture. Most discovery solutions are configurable, and you can determine which data elements you want to grab from any of your assets. So just know that whatever you choose and need for managing those assets, as long as your discovery tool captures that information, you'll have a place to store it right here on the discovered configuration. You're also going to be able to see installed software associated with your asset, and this is going to be key. We'll talk about this in another session in a little more detail. This is going to be key to staying in compliance with your software licenses. You're going to be able to understand the attributes of the network card or cards on any of your assets. What other assets does this assigned user have? So you're, again, multiple perspectives on any data, any record that we look at here within the Asset Manager solution. So here we can see a list of other assets that the user that's assigned to this one may also have. You're going to be able to define and manage relationships. This is going to be key to defining that CI map that your service desk may be using to help them troubleshoot when there are issues with any particular asset. Now, asset management can really be sort of broken down into it's sort of two sides of the same coin. One side is the physical, and the other side is the financial. We've kind of talked about the physical here. You know, what does it look like? What is it? Where does it come from? What are its attributes and software? Let's talk a minute here about the financial side. You're going to be able to manage the contracts associated with the asset, and here we can see it's not just the purchase of the server, it's also maintenance contracts for that server, and also software entitlements as well. So we're able to see the total cost of all the attributes for this particular asset. Who's our vendor? And who is my primary contact. Now, anytime we interact with the vendor, we're able to register a scorecard about that interaction, and then those scorecards are going to roll up to that vendor for a final score for that vendor. Very helpful in vendor management and useful at contract negotiation time. Within ITFM, you may want to know, what GL, the cost for this item may need to be applied to, what is its depreciated value, all of those type of financial details you're able to manage here and available in reports for budgeting purposes and chargeback as well. Now, we talked about that total cost of ownership, and so anytime we interact with an asset, either through the asset manager solution or through the service desk, we may have a need to register a financial transaction during that interaction, and all of those transactions will roll up here on the asset, so it's very easy for you to get to that total cost of ownership right there on the asset. We've already talked about journal and attachments. This is where you are able to store that communication within your organization, notes that you may need to store on any particular asset, as well as attachments, URLs or PDFs, Visio diagrams, whatever you need to provide some additional information. Now, we talked a little bit earlier about that inventory life cycle, and the system allows us to, the system records those inventory transactions when we transfer, we assign, we bring something into the system, we dispose of something out of the system. All of those transactions are recorded, so you're going to be able to see the life cycle of any asset within the solution. And then finally here, audit history. This is key. It's available within all of our business objects within Ivanti Asset Manager. You can turn on the audit history for those objects and then determine which fields you want to track. And then the auditing will keep up with when a change is made, who made it, what type of change it was, and what it was before and what it was changed to. And that concludes our discussion of hardware assets within Ivanti Asset Management.